This PPT is just for all of you to understand some vocabulary, something about social media, maybe in some questions and answers I'm using some words like brand, engagement, awareness. So this is something that you can take back. If anybody needs the PPT, they can ask Rhythm to send it to them. It will be too early for me to take you around the slide, but still I'll be changing it just for you to see and read. So if you want me to take you through it right now before the panel, please let me know. If you feel that no, it's okay and I can just slide through it later, whichever way works for all of you.
Whatever is comfortable with you.
I think then let's just start the panel. Let's just start the panel and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Good part is it's interactive, so we are allowed to disturb you and ask.
Yes, absolutely. I would prefer that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, hi everyone. Before we start this interactive panel, let me first introduce Anupriya. She's a brand consultant, a digital marketing specialist, a young woman entrepreneur, as I've been made to specify on the young part multiple times. So, a very young woman entrepreneur, and as you all know with today's topic that she's hitting right on the bullseye on the social media aspect, which is her forte and her expertise, which we are going to ask and understand. She runs an agency by the name of Maxworth Impact, which is a digital media agency and helps people grow their brands. And apart from that, she has won multiple awards. She's part of Global Shapers Community, World Economic Forum, and the list is endless. So as you know that young people achieve a lot. So kudos to young Anupriya, and let's give her a round of applause. So let's start this, and let me be very clear that everyone, all of us, हर एक को आज social media का impact बहुत है. I would want to, before starting, ask, please raise your hands and let me know कि I will shape the moderation in that way कि LinkedIn की तरह बात करें या Instagram, Facebook की तरह बात करें. Who wants LinkedIn and professional community? Okay. And the social media, the other Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Okay. So you have like a 50-50 split that we want to know the difference. And for me, I mean Anupriya is the expert over here, but for me these are two different strategies and two different thought processes on going the professional way and going there. So as a brand, all of us, we want to grow. There are influencers, there are professional influencers, and there are fashion influencers, there are tech influencers, but not everybody grows on each community. If I'm active on LinkedIn and as a user, I can only be active because I have to shape my thought and process over there. And if I'm active on Instagram, I can only be active over there. I go here, I was partying here, I was having dinner there, this new place and blah blah. Whereas I can't put all of that stuff on LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, I'll put this today's session. In the daytime, I was here, but in the nighttime, I will be on Instagram. That is about me. But that is not helping me grow as a brand. So for me, Instagram is a personal thing. I'm not utilizing it to grow as a brand. Whereas I utilize my LinkedIn as a brand opportunity. I could tell about the business, where am I growing, what am I doing professionally, and that helps me over there. So coming to Anupriya and asking the first question, is there any synonymity that can brands grow simultaneously in both Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn? How does a brand grow both of them simultaneously? And if not, can you actually specify which one is better to grow? Do you want to know, as a professionally, do you want to grow your revenue by X amount, like 2x, 3x, 4x, or do you want to grow your followers? I know women would want to grow their followers 2x, 3x, but if you're talking as a business community, what question should you want to ask? And is this an interactive session? So आप बताइए कि आपको business 3x grow करना है या number of followers or fan following 3x grow करनी है?
First target, the followers.
The followers or the revenue, the business. The revenue in the business. So that's the question.
See, I think she's put a pointer on you that you said no, women need followers. She said no, we need the revenue.
Okay, very well. I need the followers. You can help me in that.
Yeah. So thank you, Saarthak, for the question. How I would take this ahead is that we took a poll right now. Some of you said LinkedIn and some of you said Instagram. So I would start by saying, that social media or digital marketing has two ways that we can take it to. One is building your brand, that is your work, your company, your organization, your startup. And the second is building yourself, you the brand. Okay, so there are two things that we're talking about today. That's why I think we had like 50-50. Somebody said Instagram, somebody said LinkedIn, somebody wants revenue and somebody wants followers. Simple. Now, if we ask the question that which is better, then I'm afraid that I cannot say that this is better and that is better. It all depends on what you are looking for. If you're looking for a personal branding, if you're looking for more eyeballs, if you're looking for followers, if you want people to talk to you about music, people to talk to you about what color you wear, maybe you have a whole collection of saris to portray, then absolutely Facebook, Instagram, these are more picture-centric platforms that work for you. But if you're looking for more professional networking, if you're looking to build an investor portfolio, if you're looking to progress with your brand, then LinkedIn, yes. But then, I cannot say that these will not grow synonymously. Maybe a brand will sell more on Instagram, they have an Instagram shop, and simultaneously you as the brand owner, you will grow on LinkedIn through your brand. So it has to be a mix. I always say it has to be a mix of all the channels. But then yes, you need to have ample content to share everywhere. Definitely they can grow synonymously. So the first question, no, I cannot say which platform is better. It depends on what you're doing and what you're looking for. Second, yes, there can be a synonymity, but you have to kind of take everything into consideration, right? You have to make sure that if there are 3 channels, you are using all 3, but then you have to have ample content. You cannot just start 1 channel, 2 channels, 3 channels and then continue on 1 and then stop the other 2. That gives a very bad picture. So maybe you make your Instagram page for your brand, you make your personal LinkedIn profile strong, and then you take part in Facebook groups. Synonymously, all 3 of you. But then you have to make sure that you are continuous and regular in all 3 of them. You cannot just leave 1. If you feel that you do not have ample content for all 3, then just pick 1. Pick 1 which is your priority. You need to have resources for it. It can be your content, it can be your money, it can be your efforts, it can be your team. But you need to understand and first decide yourself. I always say, ask yourself the question, what is needed? What am I doing? What I want to portray and what I want my audience to do with me. And then you can decide.
Okay. So just an example, for people to understand. आज हम किसी brand की बात करते हैं, Zomato, Paytm, Swiggy, and I am the owners of these brands, or the CEOs of these brands. They're going to be not active on Instagram or Facebook, but as a user or as the brand synonymous, say Vijay Shekhar Sharma or Dipinder Goyal, Bhavesh Agarwal, Ola, all of them, they are most active on Twitter or LinkedIn. As Anupriya is pointing out, their brands, they want to sell something or they want users to come. I want to book an Ola. So शायद मुझे LinkedIn ad नहीं दिखाई देगी, Instagram ad दिखाई देगी, and I'm doing revenues through Instagram or Facebook. उनके थ्रू दिखाई दे रहा है कि कपड़े खरीदने हैं, तो जबोंग मिंत्रा की एड्स आपको Instagram पे दिखाई देगी and you'll buy. But the person that represents the brand, that person is a brand at Twitter or LinkedIn. Their professionalism, that what are they thinking about, what is the community about, economy कैसे shape कर रही है, उनके industry में क्या pitfall आ रहा है, क्या नहीं आ रहा. They are not posting their own thoughts on Instagram or Facebook. They're posting that thought either in the form of a tweet or at LinkedIn. And you'll see with this कि Elon Musk, and just one more thing to add on that. How many of you, because we Indians are probably thinking only on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, but Twitter is a big medium. Twitter advertisement is a big medium. Narendra Modi ji is active the most on Twitter rather than any other thing. The most number of followers. And if you have sensed out, the most common point, अगर earthquake आता है तो Facebook, LinkedIn के थ्रू नहीं पता लगता है, Twitter के थ्रू पता लगता है. The most active news medium. That's the fastest way to communicate. So just to add on over here, anybody who is active on Twitter wants to understand कि Twitter पे भी कैसे active हो सकते हैं, because I have felt that कि we Indians use Twitter not up to its potential at all, And now you can actually be a blue tick person in Twitter, which is very easy by the $8 commission. So that is also there. But do you guys want to know about Twitter and how to become a brand over there also? Guys,
See, the channels are a lot. See, it's a small panel today, and the channels are a lot. I agree. Like how Saarthak said, that there is LinkedIn, there is some of us might not even have made profiles on Twitter, right? But it's just that first you need to know what you want. First you need to understand. Ask yourself some questions. See, research. There's so much available on Google, and I understand when we say that, not all information is correct.
Can we simplify this for them? Ki, say, आप क्या चाहते हैं, ma'am? Do you want
Okay, how many people have Twitter profiles here? Let's do that.
Good, I mean 10, 12, 13 people already have.
And how many people are active having Twitter profiles? Password नहीं भूले हैं. 3.
10, 12, 10%, 10% of the audience. So, yes.
Yeah. So you can just, we can just direct the panel or the discussion as to what you are interested in, where you want to build your brand. But having said that, you need to be very confident as to what you are sharing. You cannot sell, your product on LinkedIn. You can sell yourself, you can sell your workshop, you can sell your service. But still, it is not easy to sell a product on LinkedIn. On Instagram, you can still make an Instagram shop. As he said, that earthquake आता है तो Twitter पे पता चलता है. Facebook पे आप अपने timeline पे post करोगे तो nobody is going to look at it. Either you send a WhatsApp or you check the tweets, right? So even WhatsApp, I a lot of times say that is very unexplored when it comes to digital marketing and social media. WhatsApp business is there, WhatsApp is there. So a lot of people who feel that they still don't feel like using Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. I say, okay, fine, it's completely fine, you can start with WhatsApp. Because then again, you need to know what you want, where you are, and how you can express yourself in the best manner possible. As he took example of RPM, he feels that, the expression there on Twitter, he will get most of the followers, the way he expresses, the way the updates are there. So he's found his calling. You need to find your calling. As simple as that. If I feel that to me, sitting here and talking to all of you in a question-answer format is my calling, and I'll be able to express myself better and understand what you want from me, then I think that's your calling. So whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, first is that you need to find your comfort zone, and then we can start.
So guys, I hope we can move forward, that you've understood it plain and simple. अपने आप से क्वेश्चन पूछिए कि where do I need to be most active at and what is my strength also. जैसे LinkedIn पे रीशेयर कर इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स का कोई आर्टिकल आया एंड आपने उसी को वापस उस पर डाल दिया, ओहो इकोनॉमी इज श्रिंकिंग, दैट इज ऑफ नो वैल्यू. इट्स लाइक ट्रांसफरिंग वन फॉर्म ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन टू द अदर. If you can reshape it, if you can put your thoughts into it, then only it's valuable. And if you like, I'm taking an example कि finance आपका इंटरेस्ट है एंड आप उस फाइनेंस को तोड़ के अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में नहीं पढ़ पाओगे तो आपको ओपिनियन की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. नो पॉइंट इन टेलिंग ओहो सेंसेक्स 600 पॉइंट नीचे गिर गया, आपने वही इंफॉर्मेशन आज डाल दी लिंक्डइन पे. एवरीबडी नोज दैट, सो दैट्स नॉट द पॉइंट ऑफ इट. यू हैव टू शेप योर ओन थॉट्स. सेम एग्जांपल लें, you go into Zara, you found a dress and you're just posting a picture, oh wow what a lovely dress at Zara. Again, no value. You'll have to think. The common point is आपको ओरिजिनलिटी लानी है, आपको आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स थिंकिंग करनी है एंड देन डिसाइड करना है कि भाई वेयर डू आई नीड टू बी मोस्ट एक्टिव एट एंड वेयर इज द इम्पैक्ट आई एम क्रिएटिंग. इफ यू वांट इंस्टाग्राम, एवरी प्लेटफॉर्म इज वंडरफुल. हर प्लेटफॉर्म का एक अलग नीड है. आप ये जरूर समझ लीजिए, ट्विटर इज डिफरेंट, लिंक्डइन इज डिफरेंट एंड इंस्टाग्राम एंड फेसबुक इज डिफरेंट. एंड बिटवीन इंस्टाग्राम एंड फेसबुक बोथ ऑफ देम आर आल्सो डिफरेंट नाउडेज. Every platform is different and हर platform की एक नीड है. All celebs will be most active on Instagram. Facebook पे कोई नहीं दिखाई देगा. Twitter पे hardly ठीक है, half of them more than. And LinkedIn पे तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं दिखाई देगी. They know their calling, where we need to be active. हमें कहाँ से revenue आता है, हमें brand endorsements कहाँ से मिलते हैं, and हमें क्या करना है. They have understood that. Our discussion today over here is to make you understand the same thing, that where is your calling and where would be you be best at. एक तो आपकी calling आप चाहते क्या हैं और एक आपकी strength क्या है जिससे आप उसको 10 times grow कर सकते हैं. So that is the first question. Second, अंडरस्टैंडिंग द ऑडियंस. आप सोचे कि बस मैं डालता जा रहा हूँ और ऑडियंस ना कोई लाइक आ रहे हैं, ना कोई शेयर हो रहा है, ना रीट्वीट हो रहा है, ना लोग कमेंट कर रहे हैं. So you'll have to, it's not on you, the kind of audience that you're catering. And Anupriya, can you please explain in a few short sentences ki the different target audience of each platform and how to target that audience?
Okay. So I'll take a small example. Today we are sitting in this workshop, we are sitting in this panel. Now think of this as my social media channel. I'm sitting here, I have this audience, right? So the moment Saarthak and I entered, we probably had something in mind, how we are going to shape the panel today. But then we gauged our audience first. We spoke to you, we asked you a question. So we understood. So when Saarthak says that you have to understand your audience, it simply means we did not change the topic of the event. We did not change the whole synergy of the event. But yes, we kind of tried to customize it as per your feedback. So when we say that you have to study your audience, when we say that you need to know your audience, where they are sitting, what kind of interests they have, knowing audience means what kind of interest they have, where your audience is, what kind of demographics they believe in, what is their age bracket. For example, if I'm a fashion influencer, then of course I would preferably want the age, the demographic, the interest, the location of that particular place. If I am a social media consultant, then I would probably try and make sure that I need to look at my audience. Now there are two things in this, Anybody has any question, any word that you don't understand, I would request, just raise your hand, we'll take that question there and then. Any vocabulary that we speak, anything that you feel you cannot connect to, please ask a question. So, any question till now? No questions at all? Okay. So, studying the audience gets very important. As he said that, all Bollywood stars are on Instagram. They know their calling. They know LinkedIn पे उनकी audience नहीं है. आज को if I post about this workshop on my Instagram, I know that there are 1,000 followers on my Instagram which are friends and family. They would not be interested in my workshop. I am there available to them all the time. So probably they would like it. They would say, Anupriya, we are proud of you and please keep going. But I would not get work from it. I would not get eyeballs from it. I would not get questions like, oh Anupriya, what kind of workshops are you doing? Then I would probably want to post it on my LinkedIn, where I know that I have a lot of past clients. I have companies that I have worked for. I have those kinds of people. I have HRs. I have social media consultants who would probably see the post, who would probably see my content, read it, and ask me, oh Anupriya, what you're doing? Can you do a workshop for me? So one is organically studying your audience. One is organically you understand your audience, what kind of people are your friends, what kind of people like you. And usually a person who is active on their social media accounts, whether it's Twitter, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram or WhatsApp, usually everybody knows what kind of people are active with you, right? Usually people know that, okay, these are my active people. On my WhatsApp, I know if I message today to 10 people, how many will respond, what kind of people are those. I refuse to believe if people say, no, we don't know their audience. Then you're wrong in accepting their likes, in accepting their requests. So one is that you need to demarcate it there. Whether it's your business, whether it's your personal profiles, you need to keep a check on your audience. What kind of people are following you? What are their age? What are their demographics? It gets easy when you are just creating a profile for your own personal branding. Then too, I'll take an example. I like to wear saris. I'll create a profile for myself. There are profiles like Sari Speak, Sari Woman, Sari Man. They have created Instagram profiles. They have created LinkedIn profiles. They talk about handicrafts, traditional art forms in the country. They talk about what kind of fabric they are using, what kind of saris they are using. Yes, they might like that 2,000 followers are there and everybody is following. But after a while, they would need some interaction. After a while, they would need only those people who either wear saris, who gift saris, or who are into handicrafts and who are related to artisans. So one, organically, it is your priority to keep monitoring your audience. The first step or the easiest way to do it is doing it organically on your own. A lot of organizations then go onto market research processes. You have forms.
Just to get, how I believe that every one of us struggles with this कि how to grow followers or grow back, you know, कि बीच में स्कीम भी चलती थी लाइक फॉर लाइक, आप मेरा पेज लाइक करो मैं आपका करूंगा, आप मुझे फॉलो करो मैं आपको करूंगा, तो ये तो स्कीम्स थी जिसमें किसी को पढ़ना नहीं चाहिए. बट द गोल्डन क्वेश्चन, ऑल ऑफ अस, मैं सबको मानता हूँ इंक्लूडिंग माई सेल्फ, हर एक को फॉलोअर्स चाहिए. तो अनुप्रिया, फॉलोअर्स कैसे लाए जाए, या फॉलोअर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंस्टाग्राम, या यू नो पीपल कनेक्ट कैसे करें लिंक्डइन पे? हाउ डू वी डू दैट कि ऑर्गेनिकली लोग आए? इज इट प्योरली कंटेंट, इज इट न्यू कंटेंट कि बिल्कुल आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोच रहे हैं, और इज इट योर थॉट, इज इट पिक्चर्स, इज इट फोटोशॉप पिक्चर्स? क्या चाहिए जिससे यू नो वी कैन गेट पीपल टू स्टार्ट इंटरैक्टिंग, और वो क्वेश्चन तो कम से हमसे पूछे. यू नो यू आर सेइंग कि कुछ डालो जिससे ऑर्गेनिक आए, बट वो क्या होना चाहिए? आई थिंक वी नीड द आंसर टू व्हाट शुड बी देयर.
Okay, so it's a mix of few things. One is of course your content. You have to do story building, right? It's not just putting content. In the beginning, Saarthak said it's not about हमने sensex के बारे में पढ़ा and we just reshared it. First is building that content, giving your perspective. Second is consistency. It's not that today you posted and 3 months you're not posting. So second is consistency. Third is interacting. It's not just like for like. If you are expecting any audience to come and follow and interact, then you are also supposed to see the algorithms on Google or the algorithms on Instagram, all technology we talk about, AI we talk about. You are also supposed to interact. Any platform that you build, you cannot expect that supposedly today I build a LinkedIn profile and I'm just posting my own. But if I'm not going and connecting with people, if I'm not expressing my opinions on their posts as well, and I'm not saying that you're supposed to do it. It's not a mandate. कि नहीं समझ में आ रहा, if you don't understand then also you do it. But yes, you need to interact. You need to engage with other profiles. So first is the content. You have to do a storytelling. It has to be your genuine thing. It does not have to be all the time Photoshop pictures or good reels or the trending songs. It can be your own song. It can be your own genuine content. But one is that it has to be in a story building format. Even if it is a brand, even if it's in the financial sector or oil and gas, anything, it has to be a story building format. You need to connect the dots. Pehla post, second post, third post. I mean, you just now, for example, any tech startup wishing a happy Diwali. There is a possibility that you will not get audience. But any tech startup trying to build a story and to kind of, you know, utilize that Diwali as an occasion and connect it to their organization. How they celebrate Diwali probably in their organization, or some views about some of the employees on Diwali, or how is it good? You know, a lot of times we see. So one is your story building, your content. Second is your consistency. Third is you're supposed to interact. You're also supposed to engage. Alright? Fourth is not following the trends blindly. A lot of times what happens is these days, since a lot of reels are coming up on Instagram and we see a lot of common songs, you are supposed to understand what you're posting. If you feel that, okay, anybody can tell me one famous song which is there on Instagram reels these days?
Dilbar.
No, there's another one. She's smiling, the girl in the last. She's laughing and she's also hiding her face. She knows the song. Tell me the song. You can sing it, it's okay. We'll not feel bad about it.
Maybe Kesariya.
Okay. So now, Kesariya as a song might suit some channels. Yeah.
Kiki was very famous some time back. A lot of people used to do Kiki.
Yes.
Those are trends. Those
are trends. Like then there is another song of Sachin Kumar, Batuiya, there is a song. It's a travel song. So you need to understand, we were talking about how to get the audience. You're not supposed to blindly follow the trends. You are supposed to put your mind to it. Every song, the travel song Batuiya will not suit a fashion brand. It can suit a traveler. It can suit an influencer who's talking about a city. So one is your content, second is your consistency, storytelling, fourth is you're supposed to engage yourself and not follow the trends blindly. Alright? And then also a lot of times what we do is, as we spoke of photoshopped images, not every time that works. A lot of times what happens is we feel that, we need to upload artwork for everything. No, I mean, if you have a brand, you can just upload your artisan working in the field. But you need to do that story building. That is not supposed to be a DSLR photo shoot. It can be a phone picture as well. But if it speaks of your story, it speaks of your brand, then you're definitely going to get audience. Consistency is a must. Organically, if you're not putting in money for your marketing campaigns, it is a slow process. You need to have that patience. It is definitely a slow process. And there is no solution to it. वो फिर वही solution है like for like. Again, then that is not genuine audience. That audience will only come because you've liked their page. They will like your page, and in 2 days they will unlike it. There were also a lot of apps where you could see who unliked your page.
Bots, apps, and
yes, and people were actually fighting. We had groups where friends were fighting. Hey, you unliked my page. I liked yours. I will also unlike it now. So there is no stop to this. With the advent of technology and AI, there's going to be no stop to it. A lot of times, it's a majboori for us to use all these things. But I would say just try and avoid. Try and be consistent. Try and build your own story. Follow the trend in terms of something which is common to you. Probably in terms of colors. Probably in terms of languages. Probably in terms of hashtags. But using a Raveena Tandon hashtag for your own post will not serve purpose. Your picture might show when people search for Raveena Tandon, but that will only happen once. They would probably put you in spam, or Raveena Tandon's PR team will put you in spam. So just use it with brains. Simple.
So I hope you got the idea. Content, consistency, clarity, the 3 C's of marketing, Anupriya has told. But I'll let us now, make it a little simple for each one of us. Let's not talk general, and we'll give 5 minutes each to say Instagram and then LinkedIn and then Twitter separately. कि भाई अगर मैं ट्विटर पे कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, लिंक्डइन पे करना है तो क्या करना चाहिए, और इंस्टाग्राम पे जनरल तो हमें सबको समझ में आ गया कि व्हाट इज इट रिक्वायर्ड, कि आपको 3x रेवेन्यू ग्रो करना है, 5x फॉलोअर्स ग्रो करने हैं, तो व्हाट इज इट मेकिंग अ डिफरेंस. बट डू अंडरस्टैंड दैट कि सोशल मीडिया अगर आप आज यूटिलाइज नहीं कर रहे तो you're doing something wrong. The power of brands, it is purely driven through social media. And I can give you for example, Bitcoin अगर आपको पता होगा, and ऐसी एक Bitcoin का एक alternative altcoin बोलते हैं, Dogecoin करके आया था. तो Elon Musk एक ट्वीट से उसके प्राइस रातों रात ऊपर नीचे कर देता था. And by आपको प्राइस डिफरेंस लग रहा है, that were billions of dollars. करोड़ में बात करूं तो 15-20 हजार करोड़ रुपए यूं गायब होते थे ऊपर नीचे. और सिंगल ट्वीट, कुछ और नहीं, उसने कुछ नहीं कहा मैं खरीद लेता हूं, नहीं ये बेकार है, नहीं अच्छा है. दैट वाज अ ब्रांड, दैट ही इज अ ब्रांड इन इटसेल्फ. सिमिलरली फॉर एग्जांपल मोदी जी कल कुछ ट्वीट कर दें, रशिया ने ठीक नहीं करा यूक्रेन के साथ, दिस एंड दैट, ट्रेड खत्म हो सकती है बिटवीन इंडिया एंड रशिया. अ सिंगल ट्वीट कैन चेंज ऑल ऑफ दैट. और सेम एज अ लिंक्डइन पोस्ट, आपने जैसे अडानी हिंडनबर्ग की एक रिपोर्ट आई, द स्टॉक वेंट. इट्स द सेम वे इन सोशल मीडिया. वन सिंगल लिंक्डइन पोस्ट deleveraging a brand, the customer service was pathetic, I found Zomato के अगेंस्ट लिख दिया, डिलीवरी बॉय ने खाना खा के हमें दे दिया, शेयर मार्केट गिर जाती है, स्टॉक्स गिर जाते हैं. सो दैट इज द पावर ऑफ सोशल मीडिया. यू हैव नो अदर वे. आप फोन करके बोल रहे हैं यार इसने गलत करा, आप अपने व्हाट्सएप पे 4 लोगों को लिख रहे हैं, नो इम्पैक्ट. Impact is when you can reach out to the world, and you can reach out to the world if you're connected to the world. And to get connected,